the news. I saw it in the news. What are the odds that you saw it too? What are the odds? What are the odds? Hey, Tony P, what are the odds?
Ba-da-bow! What is going on, everybody? My name is Tony P. This is Tony P. Oddcast. I'm a little tired today. I had a lot of meetings at work, man. It just wore me out today. Everything kind of just hit at once. That's why you see I have this fancy shirt on, and by fancy shirt, I mean it has a collar. I don't even think all the buttons are buttoned. I have sweatpants on underneath it, but don't worry about that because that's the beauty of Zoom. That lovely theme song was from Greg Klein. I had some people say, hey, last week I didn't hear the theme song. What happened? And I think what happened was I had something set up wrong. I was probably just talking to myself. I didn't even go back and listen to it because I don't know if I had the wrong mic on or what. And when it's bad, I don't want to hear it. But it's fixed now, so I appreciate y'all letting me know. And I apologize for that because it's an awesome theme song from Greg Klima, and I want y'all to be able to enjoy it. That's half the reason I do this show, because I have my own theme song. How many of you out there have your own theme song? That's what I thought. But that is, you can find him, Greg, at Klima.com, K-L-Y-M-A. Climate change is real, folks, as are these stories we have. All right, we come to Orlando, right here where I live. Splash Mountain ride at Walt Disney World has officially closed for good on January 23rd. Remember Splash Mountain? It's it'll get an upgrade with a new theme. I actually rode Splash Mountain for the first time ever, maybe a few months ago, and my friend said, you got to do it now, and now I get it because they closed it. However, after the ride's final run, which was just about a week ago, sellers on eBay started to sell what they claim to be water from the log-flume. It's just... One seller listed a small 4-ounce jar of water, claiming it was taken from the ride on its last day. $20. $20. However, you can go to this other seller. They got a 10-ounce batch. That's 6 more ounces of log-flume water. $27. And then there's a baggie of water listed at $25. Y'all, you people, you know who I mean. I have many bottles that my friends and I got on the last day of Splash Mountain, the seller of the baggie wrote, claiming that the water was collected on January 23rd. It's very nostalgic to have a part of Disney from your younger days. It ain't the water from your younger days. I understand the nostalgia. I really do. And if, it's something you enjoyed as a kid, you get to go back as an adult. Disney makes a lot of money on nostalgia. All right. And I get they're closing the ride and you went on the log flume as a kid. Now you can't anymore, whatever. But it ain't kid water. That'd be disgusting. Can you imagine? This is the same water. Been here for 40 years. Anyway, I will ship them in the pictured sealed containers. No, thank you. Other sellers have seized the opportunity to sell Splash Mountain paraphernalia, including plastic bags with branding and old invalid Fast Pass. Apparently the Fast Pass is going for $1,300. Yeah, I've seen firsthand some of these Disney adults, man. And I say some of them, not all of them. I'm not here to say every Disney adult's a crazy person. I wouldn't say that on a public show where everyone could hear me. But I have seen some that I think maybe take it too far, paying $1,300 for an old ticket. But, if you got it, it's your money to spend. Do it if it makes you happy. However, another seller listed a baggie of water. Right there, a baggie of water. I don't care if it's what water it is, man. I don't know. I can't even think of any fancy water. Like, I don't know, the Red Sea. Like, this is a baggie of water from when Moses parted the Red Sea. Is on the left side. This is the left side of the Red Sea. Regardless, I don't want a baggie of water. That just doesn't sound like the best idea of how to keep, collect, and transport water. Anyway, another seller listed a baggie of water, $25,000. Y'all, that's more money than I make daily on this show. However, these folks, they admitted immediately the water came from a sink, not the ride. And they're like, hey, we're just here to clown people. this kind of a joke, and we just wanted to be funny. And I get it, and I'm sure it was a joke. I bet you they would take it though. I bet you they're like, haha, look at this, put it up for 25. And then when someone hits that buy now, all of a sudden that joke becomes a reality, and they shut the hell up and take their money. I bet you. Oh, what's next? Scrolling on down, a newlywed couple treated guests to expensive giveaways during their wedding reception. This was in Tagaytay City. Where is this at? I don't know. This article was like half translated. I had to like pull the English out. So anyway, where is Tagaytay City? Someone look it up. I know Ace will do it. Ace, let me know. This is going out on Tuesday. I'll know Wednesday morning where Tagaytay City is at. But anyway, they gave out expensive giveaways. What was it? What was their unusual party favor, you ask? Bags of onions. I'd rather a bag of water. Videos and photos taken by the wedding coordinator show the couple, Jason and Lorelai, standing by crates and baskets of red onions, free for their guests to take home. Come to find out, the bride's family has an onion business in San Juan Ilocos Sur. Is that Puerto Rico? I don't know the last part. I know there's a San Juan in Puerto Rico, so we'll go with that. Although I don't think they're Puerto Rican. Anyway, long story short, since onions are expensive, they thought they'd give them away as souvenirs. Here's a bag of onions. That's almost like a carton of eggs. Eggs are pretty expensive, I hear, these days. Here's a carton of eggs. I'll tell you, if I was at a wedding, someone gave me a carton of eggs, I would egg their car or their wedding venue, because I don't want these. I'm not taking these home with me. That's like a chore. That's like here, now you got to carry this home and worry about these eggs? Nah, I'm throwing them. Much like I would these onions. I don't care how expensive they are. I didn't pay for them. I'm throwing onions. I might do that anyway. Let's see what I got going on this weekend. A total of 150 kilograms of onions were given away during the event. That means they actually gave them away. People took these onions. Hey, yo, onions ain't cheap, and they're pretty good. We make some soup or something. Goal, who was the wedding planner, I guess, who came up with the idea, says the wedding guests were amused, and they lined up to get their aromatic party favors. I don't line up for anything that I don't need, barring, medicine or something. I don't really like lining up too much for food as much as I like food. I hate waiting even more. When they do these little party favors, here's some bubbles. Oh, I'll take them. You got to wait 5 minutes. No, I didn't want the bubbles that bad. So I sure as hell ain't waiting in a line with other people to get a bag of onions. Maybe what I would do is like hang out, like go sit at the table, eat an extra piece of cake or something, wait for the line to die down. I'd be like, I can just walk up and grab the onions. Good thing I didn't wait in line. I could have just waited. They have plenty of onions. The onions aren't going anywhere. Or maybe they were. Maybe they were a hot commodity. They're so expensive. It's, onions to the first 100 guests. Everyone else, you're just out of luck eating your soup without onions. I don't know what you do with onions, y'all. I have no clue. An Idaho man has set a new world record for fist bumps. What? Fist bumps. When you're like, hey, what's up? And ta-da, and you like tap fists. I've say I go to a convention. Say I go to Dragon Con, man. There's 80,000 people there. On my best day, busiest day, out and about, I would say I've had 10 fist bumps through the course of a day. That seemed pretty good to me. But frequent Guinness World Record breaker David Rush broke the previous record for the most alternating fist bumps in 30 seconds. Why is that a record? Take that out the book. Why is that even there for him to do the thing? Rush shared a video of himself taken on the feet with his neighbor's son. The pair managed 273 alternating fist bumps in 30 seconds. I saw it. There's a video. They're going like, two-handed fist bumps. Apparently, that was 100 more than the previous record of 174. Man, dude just came in and just blew out the fist bumping record. Joey and I had to punch each other 1,000 times to make it happen. We bled, we sweated, we bruised. We got rid of the unfair pain when Joey, his partner in fist bumping, made him take off his wedding band. I would have started there. First off, I don't want to fist bump. 10 people was too many. I sure am not going to plan to fist bump people with jewelry on. The final result, 273 alternating fist bumps. Took down the previous record. They actually made 297 fist bumps. But there was some controversy, and the people at Guinness had stringent qualifications of what constitutes a valid alternating fist bump, and 24 of them had to be disqualified. And he still beat the record by 100. Boy, where do I go from here? What do I have to say? I'm sorry if you didn't make it to Splash Mountain. If you didn't know, Splash Mountain was actually based on Song of the South, which is pretty racist. It's old. It's like super old, like one of the earliest animated movies. Got a bunch of like racist characters in it. And so Disney's kind of like put the kibosh on Song of the South. And so now the ride that featured Song of the South, they're getting rid of it. And they're making it into Princess and the Frog. So they're really going full swing in the correcting our racism mistakes. But don't buy the water. Don't go to a wedding where they're giving you onions. And I don't know. I mean, fist bump a couple people. Spread some positivity, but take your rings off first.